Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. Before I start the video, this is probably the biggest announcement that I can make. So I have been making current affairs for 3 years now, and there have been thousands of selections and more than 30 million views that you have entrusted me with. But now I am closing the weekly current affairs series, and instead of weekly, now there will be daily current affairs. So daily 20 current affair MCQs will be there for SSC Bank PO level exams like SBI Clerk, Bank PO, SSC CGL, CHSL, UGC NET, CLAT, Hotel Management. It will cater to these exams. So instead of weekly, you will now have to watch 30 videos every month. And I am not closing the best 200 question series, that will continue. So now there will be weekly, not weekly, but the daily MCQ, plus there will be best 200 current affairs. So I'm sure you are looking forward to it. And yes, they will be in English and Hindi separate. So it starts 1st of July. In this video, I will bring to you June 3rd week part 2. Now don't confuse, this is written part 3 because in Hindi video, I uploaded the part 1 in 2 parts. However, in English, I uploaded it in 1 part only. So this is English video, this will be part 2. And you will not miss any video because in Hindi, by mistake, I kind of, while exporting the video, there were 2 files instead of 1. So never compare Hindi and English videos, the material is the same. This is part 2 and after this, I will upload 4th week part 1. Please note that we have launched Karnataka PSC, Chhattisgarh PSC, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab PSC pendrive courses. Besides, we have pendrive courses for 47 exams. If you want to buy any of the course, please go to studyiq.com. This is the best time to buy because for the next 2 days, that is 29th and 30th of June, we will be having the sale. Do connect with me on Instagram. My ID is Tireless Soul. Let's start the video. So, which state government has launched a mobile application which is called i-Hariyali? Hariyali means greenery. Okay, this is to promote greenery and this mission is called Mission Tandurust Punjab. Mission Tandurust Punjab. So the answer is Punjab. Tandurust basically means healthy. Okay, and in this mobile app you can book the saplings. That is you can book the trees of your choice, and one person can book 25 trees, 25 saplings from the nearby government nursery. World's first international center for humanitarian forensics has been launched in which city? It has been launched in Gandhinagar, which is the capital of Gujarat, and it is a joint venture between the government of Gujarat and Red Cross. Red Cross. Who has been appointed as the president of Uber South Asia operations? He is an Indian. His name is Pradeep Parmeswaran. Besides, you should know who is the CEO of Uber. Uber CEO is Dara Khosrow Shahi. Dara Khosrow Shahi. And who is the CEO of Twitter? So, Twitter CEO is Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey. How many MOUs, Memorandum of Understanding, have been signed under Adopt a Heritage Scheme? There have been 3 MOUs that have been signed. Now remember that Adopt a Heritage Scheme is implemented by the Ministry of Tourism and our Tourism Minister is KG Alphonse. It is also implemented by Ministry of Culture and our Culture Minister is Dr. Mahesh Sharma, and it is also implemented by Archaeological Survey of India. Who has been appointed as an advisor by Paytm, and there was a huge uproar because this is a conflict of interest because he is a former deputy governor in Reserve Bank of India. His name is R. Gandhi. He was part of the first ever monetary policy committee also. Paytm founder is Vijay Shekhar Sharma, and the people who are critics of Paytm, they are saying that demonetization was done to benefit companies like Paytm. Who won the men's single title at the Stuttgart Open? Stuttgart is a place in Germany, and Stuttgart Open was won by the great Roger Federer. He is from Switzerland and he will be defending his crown in Wimbledon also. He is a very solid player in Wimbledon. Which city has created the Guinness World Record with the largest number of people performing yoga together? Now you know that Yoga Day was celebrated on 21st of June. This was the 4th Yoga Day that was celebrated. And which city has created Guinness World Record? It is Kota. In Kota, 1,05,000 people, they performed yoga together. Kota is located on the bank of the river Chambal in Rajasthan. And you can see the dignitaries here. Here we have Acharya Balkrishna, we have Swami Ramdev, we have Vasundhara Raje Scindia, who is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. Mehbooba Mufti, who was recently dethroned because she split with the BJP, so she had to resign as the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. She is now administering, so basically now there is a governor's rule, right? So who is now administering the state after being put under the governor's rule? It is N.N. Vohra. N.N. Vohra is now the administrator of Jammu and Kashmir. Who has been appointed as the new army chief of Bangladesh? His name is Lieutenant General Aziz Ahmed. And also you should also remember Qamar Bajwa, who is the Army Chief of Pakistan, because in Pakistan, the most powerful person is the Army Chief. Which state government has launched the Global Positioning System, GPS and wireless based 24/7 mobile policing service? Mobile policing service 24/7 launched by Biplab Kumar Dev, who is now the Chief Minister of Tripura. Capital is Agartala. As per the Ministry of Commerce, India has a trade deficit with how many of the 16 RCEP nations? That means Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership countries. Now, which are these 16 countries? So, out of these 16, 10 are the ASEAN countries. You know, there are 10 countries in ASEAN like Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore and all that. These are the 10 ASEAN countries. And apart from that, there are 6 more countries which are free trade agreement partners like India, China, Japan, South Korea, Australia and New Zealand. These are the 6 more, 10 ASEAN. So total there are 16 countries. And out of 16, we have a trade deficit with 10 countries, which is not a good news, because that means that we are importing more from these countries and we are exporting less. In fact, with China, we have a trade deficit of $60 billion a year. How many candidates have been selected by the Banks Board Bureau? And these candidates will be basically occupying the most senior positions, that is the executive director post in all the public sector banks. Total 22 candidates have been selected by the Banks Board Bureau. And who is the chairman of Banks Board Bureau? Mr. Bhanu Pratap Sharma. Mr. Bhanu Pratap Sharma is the chairman of the Banks Board Bureau. CII, which means Confederation of Indian Industry, they organized the 5th National Standards Conclave in which city? This was organized in New Delhi. And Indian National Strategy for Standardization, which is called INSS, it was released. Peter Thomson passed away. He played which sport? He was a legendary player from Australia and he was a golf player. He was a 5 times winner of the British Open, the famous golf tournament. Arvind Subramaniam, the Chief Economic Advisor of India, he resigned. Now, he was initially appointed for a term of how many years? He was appointed for 3 years, then he was given 1 year extension also. So, total, he served 4 years as the Chief Economic Advisor. India will play the first match against which team in the inaugural ICC World Test Championship? Now, you know that the International Cricket Council, they have started a World Test Championship for the first time. In this, 9 teams will play. And India's first match will be against West Indies. And West Indies is now called Windies. It is not called West Indies anymore, rather it is called Windies. The government of Sikkim, they have announced which personality as their brand ambassador. He is the great musician A.R. Rahman. Now remember, Sikkim, there is a person called Baichung Bhutia. He was a great football player and he was the ex-captain of the Indian football team also. He has launched his party called Hamro Sikkim. And he wants to dethrone Pawan Chamling, who has been the longest serving chief minister of any Indian state in the history of India. And Sikkim capital is Gangtok. And yeah, that's all you need to remember. It is the first open defecation free state of India. It is also the first state in India to ban plastics. It is also the first state in India to become organic. Fast patrol vehicle, which is called Rani Rashomoni, it was recently inducted into the Indian Coast Guard at which place? It was inducted into Visakhapatnam, which is in Andhra Pradesh, and Rani Rashomoni is a fast patrol vehicle, which means it will keep a sharp vigil. So that is important. We also have other ships like we have Rani Durgavati, we have Rani Gadinliu. These are name of some Indian ships which are previous vessels. World's tallest girder rail bridge is being built in which Indian state? This is very, very important. It will connect Jiribam with Tupul, and it will connect Jiribam and Tupul in turn with Imphal, which is the capital. So the answer is Manipur. And this bridge is 111 kilometers long, 111 kilometers long. It is 141 meter high. That means it has the height 2 times of Qutub Minar, that high. And it will be built with 60,000 tons of steel, and the steel will be provided by Steel Authority of India Limited. So very, very important bridge. Which state government has approved the merger of Shiksha Karmi with the school education department of this state? This decision has been taken by the government of Chhattisgarh, and they are saying that it will benefit 1.5 lakh Shiksha Karmi who are basically under the purview of the Panchayat and the local bodies. So these Shiksha Karmi will now get the benefit of the pay commission. Government has announced to set up India's biggest data center at which place? By the way, this will be the 5th data center and it will be the biggest in India. It will be built in Bhopal, the capital of Madhya Pradesh, and also the 2nd cleanest city of India after Indore. Now remember that this is the 5th data center, but which are the 4 data centers previously? So we have a data center in Bhubaneswar in Odisha, in Delhi, in Hyderabad and in Pune. And this will be the 5th data center, but it will be the biggest. Who launched a handbook on legal processes for police in respect of the crime against children? So basically, there are a lot of crimes against children, we know it, and there are legal processes for the same. So this handbook is basically published by BPR&D, Bureau of Police Research and Development, in association with Tata Institute of Social Science, TISS. It was released by Maneka Gandhi, the Minister of Women and Child Development. When was the World Music Day celebrated? World Music Day was celebrated on June the 21st, the same day as we celebrate International Yoga Day, and this began in France in 1982. Ambubachi Mela is celebrated in which northeastern state? It is celebrated in the Kamakhya temple, which is in Guwahati in Assam. Who has been appointed as the member of the National Wetland Committee? National Wetland Committee, who is the member? The member is Mr. Uday Vora. Now, there are some wetlands of international importance which are called the Ramsar sites. Ramsar is basically a city in Iran after which it was named. Now, can you tell me how many Ramsar sites are there in India? Can you write in comments? Which of the following is the world's most powerful supercomputer? It is the world's most powerful and also the smartest scientific supercomputer. It was recently launched by the American Oak Ridge National Laboratory. It can do some 2 lakh trillion calculations per second. So it is called Summit. When was International Picnic Day celebrated? International Picnic Day is on June the 18th. Mushtaq Ahmad Yusufi passed away. He was a what? He was a humorist. He used to write satire. He was born in India, but he shifted to Pakistan in 1956. Reserve Bank of India has made the permanent account number mandatory under the liberalized remittance scheme, even for the transactions below how much? So under the LRS, all the resident individuals, including minor, they are allowed to freely remit up to 2,50,000 per financial year, but even for transactions below 25,000 USD, you need a PAN. It is mandatory. Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, she recently inaugurated a workshop. This workshop on regarding cyber security framework and how it can boost defense. So it was held in which city? It was held in New Delhi. It was organized by the Department of Defense Production. Who has become the world's richest person? By far, his net worth is $141.9 billion. He is Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon. Second richest is Bill Gates, but Bill Gates' worth is only $92.9 billion. So you can see it's almost 60% less than Jeff Bezos, who is number 1 by far. And the third richest is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett. Bill Gates, of course, company is Microsoft. Warren Buffett company, very few people know, it is called Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway is the company of Warren Buffett, the third richest person in the world. Which state's police has won the gold medal for its web portal at the 52nd SKOCH Summit 2018? It was won by the police of Odisha. Now 2 more awards you need to remember. Who was awarded the Chief Minister of the Year? Vasundhara Raje. She is the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. And the third is who won the best performing social sector ministry in India? It was won by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. The best performing social sector ministry award. Which country has passed a bill to legalize the recreational use of marijuana? Marijuana is what you call the weed. A lot of people smoke weed. It has been made legal by Canada. Canada's Prime Minister is, of course, Justin Trudeau. Which of the following terrorist organizations has been banned by the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967, which is called UAPA? It is Al-Qaeda and ISIS, Islamic State, in Khorasan Province. So the answer is AQIS and 3 and 4, that is third. Scientists have discovered the world's first known natural manta ray nursery in which marine sanctuary of America? This is called the Flower Garden Banks National Marine Sanctuary. So the answer is C. It is located in Texas. Texas is located in Houston. Reserve Bank of India, they have increased the foreign portfolio investment cap on the investment in the government securities from 20% of the outstanding stock to what? Earlier it was 20% of the outstanding stock. Now it is 30%. 30%. When was International Integration Day celebrated? Now be careful. This is international. I am not talking about national. So National Integration Day is the birthday of Indira Gandhi, which is celebrated on 19th of November, right? But we are talking about International Integration Day, which is observed on June the 16th across the world. Which of the following has launched Women Wizards Rule Tech program for women techies? So all those women who are good in technology, there is a Women Wizards Rule Tech program, and it has been launched by NASSCOM. And NASSCOM president is also a lady. Her name is Debjani Ghosh. Very important question. Who is the president of NASSCOM? Which city hosted the third annual meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank? This is a bank dominated by China. Headquarters is in Beijing, and the maximum shareholding in this bank is of China, followed by India. So India is the second largest shareholder in AIIB, and India is the fourth largest shareholder in Asian Development Bank, headquartered in Manila in Philippines. Now this bank is headquartered in Beijing, and the third annual meeting took place recently in Mumbai, the financial capital of India. Which institute has received the Prime Minister's Award for outstanding contribution to promotion of yoga? This is the Yoga Institute in Mumbai. And if I talk about the individual award was given to Vishwas Mandlik. He is from Nasik, the city which has Trambakeshwar temple. The origin of Godavari river takes place from here. So Vishwas Mandlik won the individual award for promotion of yoga, and as an institute, the Yoga Institute in Mumbai won the award, Prime Minister's Award for contribution to promotion of yoga. Which state government has announced to give star ranking to its panchayat under the state's 7-star Gram Panchayat Rainbow scheme? What is this 7-star Gram Panchayat Rainbow scheme? So basically the government will try to create a sort of a competition between the Gram Panchayat so that they can occupy the maximum ratings possible, and this inter-Gram Panchayat competition will help the Gram Panchayat to develop more and more. This is an idea of government of Haryana. Which country has decided to exclude India from the revised list of countries eligible for easier student visa? You will not get an easy student visa now if you are in UK. And why is UK angry with us? Because India refused to sign a memorandum of understanding for the return of illegal migrants. There are a lot of Indians who are living in UK illegally. So UK wanted to deport those, and India is not willing. That is why UK punished India by excluding India from the revised list of countries eligible for easier student visa. As per the 11th report of Common Review Mission of the National Health Mission, how much percent of women account for sterilization? This is very, very important because there were 14.7 lakh, 1.4 million operations for sterilization that were conducted in the year 2017-18, and 93% are women. What are sterilization operation? Well, if you don't want to be pregnant, then you need to get an operation done. That is called sterilization operation. Similarly, for men, if they don't want to become father, then they can undergo operations like vasectomy and various other operations where they cannot become father. These are called sterilization operation, and still in India, most 93% sterilization operations are done by women. This shows the gender gap in India. Which city has been ranked number 1 out of the 100 smart cities across India for implementing the smart cities mission? By the way, the 100th smart city is Shillong, which is the capital of Meghalaya. And the city that is implementing smart city mission best is Nagpur. Nagpur is in Maharashtra, and number 2 is Ahmedabad. Which country has announced to withdraw from United Nations Human Rights Council? This country has gone crazy. It withdrew from COP21 Paris Agreement, then it withdrew from Trans-Pacific Partnership, then it withdrew from UNESCO along with Israel, and now it has withdrawn from Human Rights Council also. It is America. And who is America's permanent representative to United Nations? Her. She is Nikki Haley. She is on a visit to India right now. Her original name is Nimrat Randhawa. She was born a Sikh. She is still a Sikh, but she has a Christian name. She is on a visit to India, and America has withdrawn from Paris Agreement. They have withdrawn from Trans-Pacific Partnership. They have withdrawn from UNESCO. And then now they have withdrawn from the Human Rights Council as well. And they are also in talks to withdraw from North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement. NAFTA also, they can withdraw very soon, who knows. Now, Reserve Bank of India, it used to have a housing loan limit, okay. If you are in a metro, right, how much housing loan you can get under the priority sector lending? You could get, loan up to 28 lakh rupees if you are in metro. But now it has been increased to what? It has been increased to 35 lakh. If you are not in metro, then so earlier the limit was 20 lakh, now it has been increased to 25 lakh. Clear? So the limit is, if you are in a metro, earlier you could get 28 lakh rupees loan for making your house, that is the housing loan under the priority sector lending. This was the limit, right? Now it has been increased to 35 lakh, and for other areas, for other center except metros, the limit was 20 lakh, now it has been increased to 25 lakh. Also, the family income limit, right? It was 2 lakh rupees. Family income limit per annum. It has been increased to 3 lakh for economically weaker section, EWS, and it has been increased to 6 lakh for the low income groups. Economically weaker section, it has been increased from 2 lakh to 3 lakh. Low income group, it has been increased from 2 lakh to 6 lakh. You need to remember all this. Bharat 22 ETF, it has been subscribed recently, and it has been oversubscribed 2.3 times. To what amount? This was the second part of the Bharat 22 ETF. By the way, Bharat 22 ETF is managed by ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund, okay, and the amount that is subscribed is 14,000 crore. As per the Unique Identification Authority of India CEO Ajay Bhushan Pandey. How many banks and post offices have opened Aadhaar Enrollment and Updation Center in India? Total 18,000 banks and post offices have opened Aadhaar enrollment facility. Government has constituted something known as a Chief Minister's subgroup. So it is basically a group of Chief Ministers. They will coordinate regarding Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Who will be the convener of this subgroup? Convener will be the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Sikkim, they are all the people in this subgroup. And Ramesh Chand is also there, who is a Niti Aayog member. Who is author of the book Ved Vigyan Alok? It was basically received by the Vice President Venkaiah Naidu. You can also see Dr. Jitendra Singh here. This book is written by Acharya Agnivarat Nashthik. How much loan is World Bank giving to Bangladesh to improve their primary education? Well, Bangladesh will get a loan of $700 million from the World Bank. World Bank is headquartered in Washington, D.C. Which of the following is the exercise that India and Russia will do in the last half of 2018? And this is a tri-service exercise, which means Army, Navy, Air Force all will participate. This is called Indra. Which village in New Delhi has been adopted by Khadi and Village Industries Commission under the Swachh Bharat, that is the Swachhta Abhiyan or the Clean India campaign? This village is called Jagatpur village. Which bank has received approval from SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, for acting as custodian of security? This bank is Yes Bank, headed by Rana Kapoor. Now, custodian of securities, it is basically a license which is, which entitles a bank to offer custodial services to the financial market participants, including FII and Foreign Portfolio Investment (FPI). And also remember, this bank can also open representative offices in London and Singapore, depending whether it gets permission from Reserve Bank of India or not. So it's a huge thing to act as a custodian of securities. Who has been crowned Miss India World? She will represent India in the Miss World 2018, and her name is Anu Kirti Vas. She is from Tamil Nadu. And the second position was won by Meenakshi Chaudhary from Haryana, and third position by Shreya Rao, who is from Andhra Pradesh. Our HRD Minister Prakash Javadekar, he launched the National Digital Library. This library is launched by which institute? This library will have 1.7 crore books, 17 million books, and in 200 languages. So this is launched by IIT Kharagpur. Which city hosted the national consultation on making agriculture sustainable and profitable? It was done recently by Pune in Maharashtra. Kisan Craft, it has announced to launch aerobic rice technology in how many states during the Kharif season? Kharif season is about to start. It runs from July to September. So it will be in 5 states. 5 states. In India, West Bengal is the #1 producer of rice, followed by Uttar Pradesh. Our Health Minister JP Nadda, he released the National Health Profile 2018 on the health infrastructure in India. This report was prepared by which institute? It was done by the Central Bureau of Health Intelligence, which is called CBHI. And these are some of the important announcements. So ₹3 per day is the amount that is spent by the Indian government on healthcare. This is very, very less. Maternal mortality rate is 167. Now it has decreased to 130. And infant mortality rate is 34 per 1000 live birth. And highest mortality rate in India is in Assam. Maternal mortality rate, it is in Assam. And the rabies, it remains most lethal communicable disease. Rabies is caused by a bite of a dog or a jackal. And highest rabies is in West Bengal. Temasek is a Singapore investment company. It has acquired 4.8% in which small finance bank in India at an investment of 1,000 crore. This is AU Small Finance Bank, and it is headed by Mr. Sanjay Agarwal. Which country hosted the 28th plenary meeting of the Nuclear Supplier Group? India wants to be a member of the Nuclear Supplier Group to get that access to the latest nuclear technology. This was conducted in Latvia. This is very, very important. Which city has been selected as the 100th city in the Smart City Mission? In India, 99 smart cities were supposed to be built, but now 100 will also be built. It is Shillong, capital of Meghalaya. When was International Day for the Elimination of Sexual Violence in Conflict observed? And the theme was the plight and rights of the children born of war. There are a lot of sexual crimes that are conducted when there is a war, and for that we observe an International Day on the 19th of June. Which company has acquired a video-based social learning platform which is called Flipgrid? Flipgrid has been acquired by Microsoft. Prabhakar Chaubey passed away. Who was he? He was a journalist from Raipur in Chhattisgarh. Mimicry artist Narella Vanu Madhav, he passed away. He was from where? So he was from Telangana. He was a great actor. He was a Padam Shri awardee. Which Sri Lankan player has been banned for ball tampering for one match? He was ball tampering. He is the captain of Sri Lankan test team. His name is Dinesh Chandimal. When was World Refugee Day observed? It was observed on June the 20th. What was the theme of the Yoga Day that was celebrated on June the 21st? By the way, the main event took place in Forest Research Institute, which is in Dehradun, capital of Uttarakhand. So this time the theme was Yoga for Peace. Which company has acquired the cookware brand called Nirlap Appliances? It was acquired by Bajaj Electricals for around 42 crore rupees. Who has been appointed as the new Chief Operating Officer of ICICI Bank, and the President Chanda Kochar, she has been sent on leave because she has been accused of conflict of interest with Videocon and other companies. So his name is Sandeep Bakshi. A very, very important question. Who has been appointed as the CEO of Genesis International? His name is Kuldeep Moholkar. Who has been awarded the Sports Person of the Year by the Sports Illustrated India? Sports Person of the Year is Kidambi Shrikant, the badminton player, and the Team of the Year is the women's cricket team. Now, Lifetime Achievement Award was given to Dhanraj Pillai, and Coach of the Year is Stephen Constantine. Stephen Constantine. Who inaugurated the 19th All India Conference of the Directors of the Fingerprints Bureau in Hyderabad? It was inaugurated by Hansraj Gangaram Ahir. He is the Minister of State in the Ministry of Home Affairs. Charles Kruthammer, he passed away. Who was he? So he was a writer. He was in fact a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. World's oldest orangutan from Sumatra. Sumatra is a place in Indonesia. It died where? It was 62 years old. It died in Australia. It was called Puan. Which state government has approved a scheme to provide monthly financial assistance of 8,000 rupees to acid attack victims? Female, if you are acid attack victim, they will be given monthly financial assistance of 8,000 rupees. This has been done by the government of Haryana. Pradhan Mantri Modi, he launched the Mohanpura irrigation project in which district in Madhya Pradesh? He launched it in Rajgarh. Rajgarh. This is a very important dam, Mohanpur irrigation project. Which city hosted the 7th India Minerals and Metals Forum? It was done in New Delhi. And the last question, which university has received 5 crore rupees grant for setting up a yoga gram? This is the Vishwa Bharati University, and this amount is funded by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, HRD. So this was the video. Please note that our sale is only for 2 more days. So if you want to buy any of our pen drive course, these are some of the best selling courses in India, and you will feel the difference once you have the course. So our website is StudyIQ.com, and thank you so much for watching the video.